Hey guys, what is up? It is Pastor John, and it is Tuesday. Time for our daily. I don't know why I just held up a 2 there for like two. It's not even spelled the same. Maybe it's the second day of the week. I don't know. But anyway, hey, it's Tuesday. It's time for our daily update, daily devotional. And first of all, I got to clarify. You see this little like nodule here in my nose? That is not like a booger that I decided to leave there for this devotional. I cut myself shaving today, and as they say here in the South, boy, I bled like a stuck hog. And I'm not even really sure what that means, bled like a stuck hog. I don't know if the hog got like stuck while it was bleeding. I don't know. Not sure. That's not what the devotional is about. However, I had to put a little bit of that, what do you call it, liquid bandage on there, and it hurt. Anyway, but hey, today in my devotional, they always, at the end of the devotional, the Bible study, they give a proverb, and some of you memorize or think about, and today's was awesome. It was so cool, and I want you to check it out. I'm not going to say much about it because I'm going to say much about it after I read it, but I want to read it to you, and I want you to listen to this proverb. It is so cool. It says, this is Proverbs chapter 19, verse 17. It says here, if you help the poor, you are lending to the Lord, and He will repay you. One more time, Proverbs 19:17. If you help the poor, you are lending to the Lord, and He will repay you. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, if you think about the word lending, if you think about that, lending is when somebody doesn't have something and you give it to them, right? Somebody doesn't have any money, and they say, hey, can I borrow $20? What do? You lend them the $20 and you expect to get paid back. Well, actually, technically, Jesus kind of amped that up a little bit. He said, hey, if you give somebody some money, don't expect to get it back. But we do. We're humans. We live that way. Or if somebody says, hey, can you come help me move out of my house? What do? You lend them your time. You lend them your physical body so that you can help them. And here's this amazing scripture where God said, hey, if you help the poor, you're lending to God, and He's going to repay you. And that's just an awesome, for me, it just jumped out. It was so cool to think that, hey, I have the opportunity to give to God. Not just give to God, but lend God something. And the fact of the matter is, the proverb says that He's going to repay you. And that doesn't necessarily mean with money or with bigger finances or anything like that. But we have a chance to give, to lend to God, for Him to borrow from us, and not just be like a tithe check or anything like that. You know, Jesus said the poor will always be among us, and just like our pastor talked about this past Sunday, that God is really, He's taken His hands off, and He said, hey, this earth is yours. Jesus, when He came here, He said, hey, you can bring heaven to earth through your acts of love and kindness. And so as we help the poor, and as you help the poor, as we do within our youth group or within our church, this is an amazing scripture to think that we are lending to God, and He will repay us. Just the other day, we had a guy come up here, and he was homeless, and he was poor, and he had his 3 prison tattoos, and I knew what that meant, and I had an opportunity to take him out and got him some food, and had a chance to talk to him and minister to him, and of course he told me he was a Christian and all this stuff, and we talked, but if you've ever been on a mission trip, or you've ever spent time with the poor, if you've ever been with me on some of our outings, you know that we feel closer to Christ when we're ministering to His people. And I think that's that repayment. And so you know what? I want to challenge you guys to look around, whether you're in middle school or high school or college, or even in your workplace. There are some people that are less fortunate than you. There are some people that are poor, and especially here in Buford where we live. How can you give to them? Maybe you can buy some lunch tickets for somebody at your school. Maybe you can buy them a football ticket so they can go to the football game that they could never normally pay to go to, or the theater, or whatever it may be. What can we do we can give to the poor so that God can say, hey, look, you're borrowing. I'm borrowing from you, and I'm going to repay you. And so I just want to challenge you guys to look around and say, hey, how can I help the needy? How can I bring heaven here to this earth? And God says, hey, I will repay you. And I don't want you to think that means that He's going to give us money back. You're not going to get a cheeseburger back because you gave a cheeseburger to a homeless person. I don't know. Maybe God might manifest a cheeseburger in front of you. I don't know. But I think a lot of that is our spiritual. He repays us spiritually by drawing us closer to Him. And that is our ultimate goal, because that is the ultimate fulfillment as we draw closer to Him. And that's what I want for you. So guys, I look forward to seeing you this Wednesday night. We're starting a new series called Happy. And maybe showing a little brief promo video on here about that in just a minute. Going to be using some stuff to talk about are we happy and how do we get happy. But hey, I love you guys. See you Wednesday night back over in the blend. Peace out.